It seems not that long ago, after Valérie Plante announced that she would not be seeking another term, that we started to wonder, well, I wonder who's going to announce they're interested in running. And it went on for a little while. We heard from no one. Then all of a sudden, it seems like now we're in a situation where you can't tell your players without a program. Last count, I think we have 5 now, begun by Gedwig Bernier, who's the president of Projet Montreal. And then every other person who announced since is a borough mayor somewhere on the island, including our next guest, Maja Vodanovic, who's the mayor of Lachine, who says, yeah, I'm interested, throwing her hat into the ring. Maja, welcome to the show. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you for having me, Rand.
So a lot of people are asking the question, outside of people who live, obviously, in Lachine, who know you, what are you bringing to the table? What are you set to do? I read yesterday, Laurence out in Villeray Park X talked about eliminating Airbnb. What's your big take on this one? What do you want to see happen? You know, they asked the question in your first 100 days. What would you want to do?
Well, just to answer what Laurent said about banning Airbnbs, we have already done that in Lachine. We did it, and we even banned the Airbnbs that are in in your home if you're renting a room. That is already banned. So you can't because it is something that it really contributes to having less apartments on the market and increasing in price.
Yeah,
so
for what it's worth. Yeah, for what it's worth, though, I should tell you, her plan is to ban it across the island, not just in her borough.
Okay. Yes, I know. Anyway,
okay.
But besides that, one thing that I really, really, really want to do and that I love right now in Lachine is that we have created a real sense of community and solidarity and of working together. Citizens and the entrepreneurs and the city, we're working hand in hand. And in this holiday season, I think that is the best message we can send out. And it is hard times. It is hard times now, and we will have hard times ahead with inflation, the cost of living, the cost of housing, the homelessness, the flooding, our infrastructure that's old and that it needs to be changed, and all of this with not enough money to do it all. So one of my main challenges is going to be to tackle and to revisit the taxpayer's burden, because right now it is incredible. Like if we were to do everything that we had to do, we would not be able to do it with what we have. So we need to do very, very, very hard choices. We need to sit down together and decide what are the solutions for all these issues. And in the weeks ahead, in the months ahead, and then in the years ahead, we have to plan because we're going to have to do things differently. So the tax burden on the residents, we need to fight congestion because this is a $6 billion loss, economic loss for the city. The fact that we're all stuck. I mean, you've seen Turcotte, seen DeCarey. We can't continue like this. We need to invest in public transport, in very efficient public transport. And we need to invest and build homes. And we also need to protect the housing that is already on the market so that people don't get evicted from their homes. And we need to create security for everybody and quality of life for everybody around the island, not just the central city, not just the east, not just in Lachine, but to really focus on everybody so that there is equality and that we are a unified city. Because if we are a unified city and we don't divide, and we don't do politicaillerie, as we say, we rise above politics, I think we can really do something big and strong all together.
That's a pretty big wish list. My first question would be, as you outlined all the different things you'd like to do, we know this city is struggling for money as far as revenues go. How are you going to justify raising money by also cutting tax bills? Where's the money going to come from?
No, I'm not saying that we're going to cut the tax bill. I'm saying that we have to sit down and discuss. We have to change the way the structure of the city right now is incredibly inefficient. We have done a fusion. We've merged the city 22 years ago. Well, it is time to revisit that model because there's a credible amount of inefficiency, and we have to review it. And I would like to do the moment that I am reelected. I would like that we reelected. The moment, whatever happens. But if I am elected, I would like to start with a summit, just like we had a big forum or a big summit when we merged the whole city. When it was une île, une ville, everyone got together, all the boroughs, everyone sent delegates, and we actually worked to see how the city could work. Well, I think we are at an end of that plan. We need to review it in order to save money.
Okay, wait a second. The demerger took place in what, 2006? Are you talking about going back to what Montreal was back then now? Because that's
No,
more
no, no, no,
efficient.
no, no. I don't want to go into. I don't want to confuse everybody now. But I do think that we need to revisit the way this is done, because we have pushed the model to too far. It would be too complicated to say it in 2 minutes on the radio, but we could save money there.
What's the in-between if it's not going all the way back? What is it that's not working now? What would you change?
The way the boroughs and the central city work. It is too complicated. We need to change that.
So does that mean giving more authority to the boroughs?
No. It's, as I say, I'm kind of sorry I got into it, because it's a very difficult and complex issue. So I don't think I can explain it in a minute in a radio interview.
But what you are saying is the system you have now is, according to you, not working the way it should.
The system we have now is definitely not optimal. And if we need to find money, we need to change the system to make it more optimal. Yes.
Okay. And if I can go back to the issue before we run out of time, I want to cover as much as I can here with you.
Sure.
If we go back to the idea of public transportation or public transit, something we've been talking about for a long time, we are running a huge deficit already to begin with. It's always hard to get money from the provincial government to make up that money. How are you going to expand public transit because we don't have the money to do it?
I would like to do a private-public partnership in order to get. There's a lot of, in the last time we built railways across Montreal, across Canada, it was to transport people and merchandise. And I think we can do that again within the city with a tramway system where the trams can transport little packages. We have FedEx, we have UPS, we have Amazon going everywhere. What if we had a partner? We had a private partner that says, yes, that would be great. And let's have, some wagons that are for packages and some that are for people. Anyway, this is also something that we have been working on for 2 years. There's pilot projects in Germany, and this is an idea where we could get some extra money, because right now everyone is hard. The federal government has very little money, the provincial government, everyone is struggling. The city is struggling. So let's find different options that would be good. It would be good for business, and it would be good for people.
Last thing, part of the issue with Projet Montreal, at least with Mayor Plante right now, has been this whole issue of pedestrianization of different places around the city, particularly in the Ville-Marie borough. Yes. A lot of reaction to what happened, of course, the announcement about St. Catherine Street, which lacked consultation from what we heard from business owners. Where do you stand on pedestrianization? You want to see more of that or not? Well,
what I see, the pedestriations that I see actually work. And I know that some people and some commerçants, business owners, they want it. And I saw that. They wanted, some actually said, well, we want to do it all year long. We want to do it again next year. We want to do it next summer. So what I want to do is really listen to see, because I don't know how it was on St. Catherine Street, so I can't comment on that, but I know other streets where it is a great success. So it depends on where it is and who manages it. But so far, I think it's a great attraction for the city of Montreal.
And you could see it working, depending on the street, 12 months a year in some areas.
It depends. As I say, I just know the streets that I have seen. I cannot comment with certainty. But if the commerces are happy, why not? It works in Strasbourg. I know that it was very, very hard to get to it. But once they have it, other streets want it as well. There's a fight to get more of them because it works.
Mayor, we are out of time. I thank you for the time, and I wish you good luck. I hope we get to chat again.
Thank you very much. Goodbye, Aaron.
Maja Vodanovic, Mayor of Lachine, running for leadership of Projet Montreal. She would like to be Montreal's next mayor.